No, you complete me.
Are you aware that a number of the most unexpected and intriguing details about renowned actors were only revealed posthumously? From Marlon Brando's unexpected romantic escapades to David Cassidy, who deceived his family and the public by claiming he had dementia, here are 20 actors and the astonishing revelations we discovered about them after their passing. Audrey Hepburn. The path to fame for Audrey Hepburn started in the early 1950s. She was spotted by the writer Colette, who was adamant that Hepburn should take on the main role in the Broadway production of her book, Gigi. This part drew Hollywood's attention to her, resulting in her being cast in the movie Roman Holiday. Her portrayal of Princess Anne won her an Academy Award for Best Actress. In the later part of her life, Hepburn remained active for UNICEF as a well-known advocate. Audrey Hepburn died on January 20th, 1993, at 63 years old. She died from appendiceal cancer, a rare type of cancer that starts in the appendix. However, what many of her fans didn't know was that even in her early career, Hepburn was skilled at using her abilities for a greater purpose. She spent a significant portion of her developmental years in the Netherlands and during World War II, supported the Dutch resistance against German rule. The Sabrina star also performed at night events that were forbidden by the Nazis, with the goal of collecting funds for refugees fleeing from their control. Additionally, she helped Allied bomber pilots whose planes had been shot down in the Netherlands by providing them with information, phrase books, and money to evade capture. Although Hepburn hinted at these activities during her life, it wasn't until after she passed away that researchers could confirm the statements she had made casually. A film about Audrey Hepburn released in 2020 unveiled her hidden sorrow and distress. One source was the emotional pain caused by her father's actions. In an interview with a Life magazine reporter in 1992 and aired for the first time in 2020, Hepburn discussed how her parents' divorce when she was 6 years old affected her. She stated, "My father leaving was the first big blow I had as a child. It was a trauma that left a very big mark on me. It left me insecure for life. He disappeared one day. Mother explained he had gone away on a trip and was not coming back. Mother wouldn't stop crying. I would just try and be with her. But as a child, you can't quite understand." Joan Crawford. On May 10, 1977, Hollywood's legendary actress Joan Crawford passed away at the age of 73. She suffered a heart attack in her Manhattan apartment, signifying the end of an era for the classic Hollywood studio system where she was a significant figure. Crawford's actual name was Lucille Fay LeSueur. She commenced her career as a Broadway chorus girl in various revues. Her major breakthrough occurred when she signed a contract with Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer in 1925. Known for many things, Joan Crawford had an ongoing feud with Bette Davis, was recognized for her sexual prowess, and was involved in charitable missions that included 5 private adoptions throughout her life. A year following her death, shocking revelations about her private life as the mother of 4 adopted children emerged. In 1978, her daughter Christina published her memoir titled Mommy Dearest, which claimed that her childhood was filled with abuse by the Hollywood icon. Some of these revelations included an incident when Christina was 13 years old. She allegedly endured a brutal beating from her mother in which she believed she would be choked to death. She recounted to Larry King, "That was the last time we had any physical violence because I knew that if it happened again, I would do everything in my power to protect myself." She also mentioned that Crawford attacked her once more after that incident when she thought Christina was making advances towards her husband, Alfred Steele. Crawford frequently engaged in what Christina referred to as night raids, where she would wake the children up while drunk and make them clean messes they didn't necessarily create for hours on end. Christina also revealed that she was once starved for days when she refused to eat an undercooked steak that still had blood in it, all as an attempt for her mother to exert more control over her. In 2019, Christina told The Guardian, "My mother should have been in jail." Join me on this journey and let's explore together. Comment number 1 to let me know you'll be watching till the end. Trust me, you won't want to miss what's coming up in this video. Heath Ledger.
No, you complete me.
Heath Ledger started his acting journey on television before relocating to the United States to focus on film. His breakthrough role was in the teen comedy 10 Things I Hate About You, but Ledger's most iconic role came after his death. In 2008, a new Batman film, The Dark Knight, featuring Ledger as the Joker, hit theaters. Throughout the filming process, Heath Ledger aimed to ensure that his portrayal of the Joker was a fresh and unique take that audiences hadn't seen before. To delve into the Joker's psyche, Heath Ledger spent around 6 weeks in an isolated hotel room. During this period, he wrote in a journal, examined the source material and practiced various voices. Ledger passed away on January 22, 2008, at 28 years old. He died from an unintentional overdose of prescription medications. It was only following his death that glimpses of the aforementioned diary surfaced. Ledger's father kept the journal and disclosed its contents in the 2008 documentary Too Young to Die. His father revealed that the journal Heath Ledger created during his isolation was filled with various in-character musings and inspirations. It included photographs of hyenas, stills from A Clockwork Orange, clown makeup designs, and Joker cards. A photo of Ledger in his makeup for the film was also added to the book. It also contained some writing from the Joker's perspective, including a list of things he found amusing, such as AIDS and geniuses with brain damage. On the cover, the words "The Joker" appeared next to a picture of an elephant and a man in a hat on a checkered floor. On the last page, "Bye Bye" was handwritten in large letters. Robin Williams.
Good morning, Vietnam!
In 2014, the unanticipated passing of Robin Williams left a profound sense of loss among his colleagues and a vast fan base who had come to know him through his iconic stand-up comedy acts, television series and films dating back to the 1970s. His journey to stardom commenced with his groundbreaking portrayal of the extraterrestrial Mork in the TV sitcom Mork and Mindy. His foray into cinema included memorable roles such as the unconventional radio DJ in Good Morning Vietnam, a performance that garnered him an Academy Award nomination for Best Actor. Beyond the limelight, Williams was candid about his lifelong struggle with depression as well as his battles with alcohol and substance abuse, all of which significantly impacted his personal life. Following his death in August 2014 at 63 years old, numerous individuals offered their perspectives on Williams' life and demise. Some speculated that he may have been overcome by depression or relapsed into old vices. However, the autopsy results for Robin Williams unveiled a distressing reality. The comedian was battling a brain disorder known as Lewy body dementia, an uncommon condition that can lead to extreme mood fluctuations and was likely the primary cause of his death. This revelation was shared by his wife, who stated, "It was not depression that killed Robin. Depression was one of, let's call it, 50 symptoms, and it was a small one. The doctor said to me after the autopsy, 'Are you surprised that your husband had Lewy bodies throughout his entire brain and brainstem?' I didn't even know what Lewy bodies were, but I said, 'No, I'm not surprised.'" John Candy.
So fight, fight, fight for Washington State and big.
Canadian actor and comedian John Candy, known for his warmth, humor, and memorable characters on screen, had a reason for turning down a sought-after role on Saturday Night Live that was not widely known. As per Doug Hill and Jeff Weingrad's book Saturday Night, A Backstage History of Saturday Night Live, in 1981, Lorne Michaels was eager to bring in the extremely funny emerging talent John Candy. Candy was offered a position in the show's cast, an opportunity that could have significantly advanced his career and placed him among other comedy greats who began on the legendary show. However, he made the unexpected decision to reject the offer. At that time, Candy was already a prominent figure in the Canadian sketch comedy show SCTV, where he was gaining acclaim for his diverse comedic abilities. Most importantly, Candy cherished the stability and time that SCTV provided, enabling him to stay in Canada and be close to his family. The book stated that he was discontented with being torn between the two shows. That's why he declined. However, more recently, it was disclosed that Candy turned down the chance to be an SNL regular for another reason: his family's sake. Renowned for its heyday, Saturday Night Live was a center of indulgence due to the partying lifestyles of its main talents. The actor's daughter, Jennifer, told Today on the 30th anniversary of Candy's sudden death at 43 years old that her father was an ultimate family man. She said, "That's the reason he didn't want to do Saturday Night Live." He knew the lifestyle wasn't going to be healthy for him. He was smart in that way. Chadwick Boseman.
I can't never quit when it get hard. You quit, you're going backwards, you're dead.
Chadwick Boseman rose to fame for his depiction of Jackie Robinson in the film 42, vividly illustrating the challenges and triumphs of the first African-American to participate in Major League Baseball. However, it was his portrayal of T'Challa, aka Black Panther, in the Marvel Cinematic Universe that truly established him as a worldwide symbol. Sadly, Boseman passed away at just 43 years old on August 28, 2020, following a 4-year fight against colon cancer. Initially diagnosed with stage 3 colon cancer in 2016, his condition advanced to stage 4 by the time 2020 rolled around. Boseman never disclosed his cancer diagnosis to the public, and as reported by The Hollywood Reporter, only a select few non-family members were privy to his illness, with varying levels of understanding regarding its severity. Neither his fans nor the majority of his industry peers were cognizant of the fact that Boseman was undergoing cancer treatment while simultaneously working on significant Hollywood productions. Throughout his struggle with cancer, he managed to deliver some of his most remarkable performances, such as his depiction of Levy in Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, released in the year of his passing, and for which he earned a posthumous Academy Award nomination. He was also slated to appear in the sequel to Black Panther set for 2022. On August 29, 2020, the day following Boseman's death, the tweet announcing his passing on his Twitter account by his family became the most liked tweet ever recorded, amassing over 6 million likes within less than a day. The entire entertainment community was left reeling from the news of his untimely death. Marlon Brando.
Nobody believes in us! God here!
Oh, my butt.
Marlon Brando, often considered one of the finest actors ever, died on July 1, 2004, at 80 years old. His death was due to respiratory failure from pulmonary fibrosis, combined with congestive heart failure. Brando's passing signified the close of an era, but it also led to disclosures about his personal life. The iconic actor discussed his sexuality during the peak of his career, mentioning homosexual encounters and largely confirming his bisexuality at a time when homophobia was prevalent. However, it wasn't until 2018, 14 years post Brando's death, that people discovered he had once been intimate with another leading man of the time, comedian Richard Pryor. This unexpected connection was revealed in a Vulture interview with producer-musician Quincy Jones. He stated, "He'd F a mailbox. James Baldwin, Richard Pryor, Marvin Gaye." The interview quickly spread online, with fans and gossip enthusiasts seeking verification that Jones's surprising and unverified statement held any truth. Although Pryor's daughter first dismissed the claim, the relationship was later confirmed by Pryor's widow, Jennifer. She informed TMZ that her late husband always discussed his bisexuality with friends and wouldn't be embarrassed if the affair became public knowledge. She also mentioned that Brando extensively documented sleeping with men in diaries, which were supposedly examined in the 2019 book The Richard Pryor Diaries, for which she wrote an introduction. Do you think Marlon Brando's openness about his bisexuality during his career was brave or reckless? Comment yes if you think it was brave, or no if you think it was reckless. Matthew Perry, renowned for his portrayal of Chandler Bing on the classic TV series Friends, died on October 28, 2023, at 54 years old. The actor was discovered deceased in his hot tub, prompting initial suspicions of drowning. However, an autopsy later confirmed that his death was due to a ketamine overdose. Perry had a history of struggling with substance and alcohol abuse throughout his professional life. He began consuming alcohol and experimenting with drugs in his early years. Nevertheless, the actor managed to conquer his addiction and appeared to maintain abstinence during his recovery period. He became a proponent for rehabilitation and served as a representative for the National Association of Drug Court Professionals. In 2013, Perry was honored with the Champion of Recovery Award by the White House Office of National Drug Control Policy. Friends and colleagues, including Marta Kaufman, co-creator of Friends, informed NBC's Today that Perry seemed content in the weeks leading up to his demise and assisted others in overcoming alcohol addiction. However, following his death, several anonymous sources close to the actor revealed in an article published by US Weekly that Perry continued to use drugs recreationally in the years preceding his death and was skilled at concealing it. More concerningly, they claimed that Perry's drug use was linked to disturbing behavior in his personal life, including a physical conflict with his closest friend who attempted to intervene and allegations of mistreatment from an intimate partner. Those who had supported Perry during his recovery were reportedly taken aback by these accusations. In May 2024, the Los Angeles Police Department initiated an investigation to ascertain how Perry acquired the lethal dose of ketamine that led to his death. Is there any truth to these claims? Mary Tyler Moore was celebrated for her striking beauty, radiant smile, and flawless comedic timing. Her journey to stardom started with her portrayal of Laura Petrie on The Dick Van Dyke Show, where she won over audiences with her charm and comedic prowess. This part solidified her status as a TV star, but it was her performance on The Mary Tyler Moore Show that truly secured her legacy. Moore's professional endeavors extended beyond television. She also starred in films like Ordinary People, earning an Academy Award nomination for Best Supporting Actress. She remained a beloved figure throughout her life until her passing in 2017 at 80 years old. However, what she concealed during her years of fame was the significant decline in her eyesight since the 1980s, a consequence of type 1 diabetes, leaving her nearly blind for the latter part of her life. Moore's